I got a wristlet. I got a wristlet too.
Girl, I gotta sit down in my big black purse.
Oh, your wallet. Your suitcase?
Yeah. What is it? My purse is got big ears.
Thank you ladies for coming. I will take only 5 minutes of your time. Today I want to talk to you guys about STDs and why you should get tested. It's very important. It can save your life. I had a friend named Chantel. She was my best friend since kindergarten. She was a very eager girl that wanted to grow up real early, fast, than she needed to. She wanted to become a ballet dancer in New York. That was her dream, but her life was cut short because she made some grown-up decisions. When we were 15, my birthday turns in June, hers turns in May, and she felt that she was grown enough to start making these decisions. She's met a guy named Josh that summer. Her and Josh decided to have sex. At 15.
Early.
Yes. And she lost her virginity to Josh that summer. We started school our sophomore year. Nope, we were juniors. We started school our junior year, went on, got new clothes, got our new teachers, went on with life. Well, she started getting sick. She started complaining about how her stomach hurted, things weren't going well for her. And so I suggested, let's go over to the clinic. Let's skip school and go to the clinic. We went to the Lincoln Health Department clinic that they had, and when she got her test back, we got 2 tests. We got an STD test done, and she got an HIV test. I don't know how they knew, but as soon as they came in the room, they let us know Chantel had contracted HIV and had it for about 8 months. And the worst thing about it was, a year later, she died. She died from the complications of HIV. She had got the flu, and so she lost her life early at 16, all because she wanted to make a grown-up decision. And I felt that her life could have been saved if she would have got tested. If she would have got tested early, she could have saved her life. Sexual responsibility is a lot like following the rules of the road. Every state has some version of basic speed laws, which states that motorists may drive only on this side, they can drive this fast at a reasonable condition or rate depending on what the conditions are outside. That means drivers must slow down when it's wet, slippery, regardless of what the posted speed limit. It could be 45, but we slow down because we know it's wet and sticky outside. Everyone else probably won't slow down and will continue driving at 45. That is no excuse for the behavior that violates the basic speed law of sexuality. There's no excuse. Because someone else is doing it should not be the excuse that you should do it. Everyone needs to learn to be responsible for their own sexual activities and their own sexual being. If you make a sexual choice, make a responsible one. The reason why I'm saying that is because we are at the point where we have 1 in 4 American teenage girls or young adults are tested with an HIV or an STD. 1 in 4. So that means out of you 4 ladies sitting here, if you were a teenager, 1 of you would automatically have an STD. There are 4 main STDs that are affecting our young teens and our young adults in America. The CDC, the Central Disease Control Center, states that the 4 are chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and genital herpes. Chlamydia and gonorrhea are our silent known STD diseases. The reason why we say they're silent is because there's no symptoms or signs ever or for a long time. So with chlamydia being the most frequently reported bacterial sexually transmitted disease in the United States, we had a case of 1,210,523 cases last year reported of infections of chlamydia to the CDC, and that's all our 50 states. That's a lot of young adults and teenagers. That was not even my generation that's over 30. That was just 14 to 28 that got tested for chlamydia. Based on the United States National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, it said that 2 million non-institutionalized U.S. civilian citizens ages 14 to 39 are infected with chlamydia right now. The symptoms of chlamydia usually do not occur for up to 1 to 3 weeks. Goes back to that silent disease. Or women may not experience no abnormal disease, no abnormal symptoms or signs. But as a woman, we can experience with chlamydia abnormal vaginal discharge that can be either yellow, brown, or a murky green, a burning sensation, or a foul discharge odor. You may also experience some lower abdominal pain. You can experience some lower back pain, nausea, or flu-like symptoms. Some people think that the flu could be the cause of why they're sick, and it could just be an STD that got you having these symptoms. The second main STD was gonorrhea, and there are 7,000 people each year infected with gonorrhea, according to the CDC. That is a lot of people each year. And with gonorrhea growing, and it multiplies so easily in the warm, moist areas of the women's reproductive tract, in our urethra, in our urinal canal. In men, it could just happen in the urinal canal. And they can be a carrier, and not the person that has it. So they can carry that STD gonorrhea and give it to us, but they don't have to have gonorrhea. So with them being carriers, we are more at risk than they are. The third one is syphilis. In the United States, health officials reported over 36,000 cases of syphilis in 2008, including 9,756 cases each year. Each year we have those new cases. And syphilis can be in 2 stages. You can have your primary stage. Your primary stage is where you will notice the breakout. That's where you first have your initial breakout after your transmission of the disease. The breakout could be small clusters that are in the affected area, and then after the breakout heals, you can go into the secondary stage, and that's where the breakout will spread, not in the affected area, it will spread throughout your body. And when it spreads throughout your body, that is the reason why you get more sicker with syphilis on the secondary stage than the primary stage. Because in the primary stage, you could have a breakout and just keep having breakouts, but only in that one area. So as you have syphilis, it could break out, and basically you can continue having it for the rest of your life. But your breakouts can deteriorate, so they get slower each year. So then to a point where you're just a carrier of syphilis, but you don't get the breakouts anymore. That's only if you stay in the primary stage. Although the infection can stay in the body, the number of breakouts usually do decrease if you take medication. Now, the ways that we can help STDs and helping our young teens is by getting them tested, prevention, and awareness. Prevention is the key in addressing STDs, especially HIV and herpes. The most effective way for them to avoid STDs, abstinence. Basically, abstinence at their age. I'm not going to judge them, but they shouldn't really be having sex at that age. So abstinence is the first one that we would love to introduce to them. The second one is condoms. Condoms do protect you from 99% of a sexually transmitted disease. Condoms can protect you. And vaccines. We have vaccines right now that are available to protect against some viral STDs right now. Hepatitis B. We also have the human papillomavirus that young girls can get. So those are vaccines that actually can be initiated before the sexual contact. So then that would stop them from that. And the last one is aware. Where to go? Who do you turn to? Your doctor. Like I said with Chantel, I took her to the Department Health Clinic in Lincoln. We have 2 locations here in Nebraska. And the first one is in Douglas County at the Omaha Department of Health. Their number is 402-444-7750. Or we have Lincoln, Lancaster County. Their number is 441-8065. These 2 counties basically operate with confidential STD clinics. HIV testing is also available at these locations. A testing fee is charged, but if you can't pay, we will still see you. They will still see you because it is an urgent need that we have here in Nebraska, definitely. Testing people who have no signs or symptoms of illnesses is important for the control of these STDs. The Nebraska Sexual Transmitted Disease Program basically wants to reduce the burden and the cost of these infections that are brought upon people. The program assists state, local, and community efforts. Basically, they want to stop our 4 main STDs: gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and genital herpes. That will conclude my speech on why we should get tested, why I want you all to go out and get tested, encourage others to get tested. Why? Because it will save your life.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.